I've been cleaning up my family's vomit for the last 36 hours, so I wanted to have a little fun today. So you're in the right place if you want to know how to wear Seint makeup, how to Seint, but also pop a color, a little fun. Let's have fun today. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I'm also the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass, a series of over 20 videos on mature technique. You can always check out that link. There's a quick 1-minute video to watch. It's free, so watch it and see if it's a good fit for you. And I've priced it very reasonably low so that everyone could have access to it. Okay, I am so excited for today because I am going to do a look that I don't really do here too much with my Seint videos. I'm gonna go a little funky glam today, and I'll tell you why. We just had our 6th birthday party last night. It was so exciting. Little background is I joined Seint, if you're new here. I joined Seint in November 2021 just to get the Demi. Was not interested in Seint. I think at the time it was even maybe called, well, no, it was called Seint, not mascara. It was called Seint. But I was not interested in the whole polka dot method and all that I was seeing for 4 years online. But the Demi was different. As a professional makeup artist, as someone who has a Bachelor of Fine Arts in illustration, color science made sense to me. I'd worked with a French brand that had done color science, and it was just very hard to get, and it was also very hard to educate on. And where are you going to buy it if you love it? It was very convoluted. So when I saw Demi, I'm like, one-stop shop, look at this. Some are missing because I move them to my personal, but I loved it. And I bought it for my pro kit. So when I work on commercials and television, I can color correct and it looks like skin and not makeup because high def is very unforgiving. Then I started using just a few colors around my eyes, nose, chin, areas I was discolored. And I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And, I'm 55. And so I thought if it looked beautiful on my face, I need to tell women about it. And so 1 year ago, I went public with Demi, and I was not expecting the response. And then I thought, well, Demi is now Demi used to be its own website. And then last January it merged and it became Seint and Demi all under one roof, which is so much easier for women. And I think that was the right decision. But then I thought, ooh, I better learn how to use this. I better learn. And so I did. And guess what? It took time. Even as a 25-year pro, it took time. I don't do the polka dot methods. I don't do all that. I do my own way, and I make sure that it's very, very beautiful on mature skin. So if you're looking for how to put on Seint, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to do a few things a little bit differently, and I'm going to do a funky eye, and I'm going to use a cheek and a lip I've never used before. And so I hope that you enjoy this. So while the party was happening yesterday, I woke up yesterday morning to my daughter with a horrible stomach flu. She's 15. But when I tell you it was all over walls and floors, I'm not kidding. And I'm not trying to be gross, but this is what I was dealing with during the party, during, the site kept crashing. It was glitching. People were being charged for double orders, but don't worry, Seint will rectify all of that. They just never have had that much traffic in all their years. And so I'm dealing with my sick kid. I'm trying to bleach the house. Well, in the middle of the night last night, my husband gets violently sick, and I mean violent. Passed out. That was scary, like literally blacked out. And so it's been an interesting 48 hours, and I've been bleaching the house and washing my hands nonstop. I wasn't going to do a video today, and then I thought, no, you know what? I need to for my sanity. I need to do this. And I'm not feeling 100%, but maybe makeup will make me feel a little bit better, okay? So here's what I want to start with doing. First of all, I'm going to prime my eyelids with the MAC paint pot, just because this just works for me. I think it works for many of you. Do we still get creasing at our age? Yeah, we still do. I mean, I've tried every single shadow primer on the planet. Well, just about. I mean, I can't say I've tried every one, but I've tried most. And the thing with loose skin is it just moves around and warms the product up and creases. So this one works about the best for me than anything. And if I'm just going out running errands, look how smooth and pretty that looks. I could throw a little mascara on and I love it. I've done my hair in this kind of like ponytail because do you see how it lifts? So I always love a high ponytail because it kind of lifts my upper face. Now it doesn't lift all this, but we're going in for surgery in 2 weeks. So stay tuned. If you are not subscribed, subscribe because I'm going to be documenting everything in shorts. Okay. And then after a few weeks, I'll come back after my surgery and I'll do a full review on it. Okay. So these are my colors right here. These are my colors, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Right now on TikTok, underpainting is very popular. And what's so ironic to me is everyone makes fun of the Seint artists who do all the polka dots and stripes. And basically that's underpainting. What they're doing is they're underpainting, but they're doing everything in one layer and then they go in and buff it. So it's all one layer. And it makes sense. I applaud them. Doesn't always work on mature skin, doesn't always blend too well on high def camera, but they're all beautiful girls. I mean, they're young and beautiful. So recently I started seeing professional makeup artists talking about how you underpaint a face before you put foundation everywhere like a mask, something I've been talking about for years and years to mature women. And I'm going to show you that today because when you do the underpainting first, you do need less foundation, okay? And this is not intimidating. This is very simple. I'm going to break it down for you. So I like to start with bronzer. You can even start with contour, okay? I like bronzer because it warms my face up. I'm from Southern California, and so for me, I really, really like to be warm. Some of you don't. Some of you are maybe a silver fox and bronzer just doesn't look great with your coloring. So that's when I would say you can easily get a contour. What's a good one I have? I think I have Astoria or Olive is real pretty. If you have deep eyes like me, you could do Astoria. It's more cool toned. If you have any type of freckles or red to your skin, Olive is really pretty because it's warm and it blends in. And you probably wouldn't need, you probably would not need Olive and bronzer because I feel like Olive is kind of a more toned down brown bronzer. But this is what I like to do. So what I'm doing is I'm taking up a lot of real estate on my face with bronzer. So that I won't need as much foundation. Now, if you're like me, do you have a light neck? Or some of you have a dark neck and a light face. So you have to blend that makeup. Otherwise, it's going to look like we didn't match our makeup right. And unfortunately, this is just really common over 50 because over 50, we've got years and years of sun damage. And every year, more and more sun damage from our teens and 20s comes to the surface. And so we have to blend our faces and our necks and our chest. Now today I'm not showing my chest, but if I were, I would probably go in with a tiny bit of bronzer or body makeup if I was going somewhere important, okay? So that's the first step. I do bronzer all over, kind of press it into my hair. And I use a big brush so that it's diffused. You can use the detail brush, which I don't see where it is right now, but it's kind of a thin flat brush and it's great for contour, but we have to be careful. As mature women, you can contour your neck and jawline for sure. You can contour the top of your forehead. If you have a long forehead, if you have a short forehead, you don't need contour. We never contour this because this we're hollowing out. You don't want to contour there and make you look more skeletal. You can definitely contour the nose. Anyone can contour the nose, anyone. So if you want to buy a contour just for nose and jawline, do it. Very few women need cheeks highlighted because we're already hollowing out. I have a really full face. Do you see how broad I am? And you know, I've got these apple cheeks, no filler. That's my 100% apple cheeks, but they're great when I smile. But watch, look how they dip, they go way down here. See, look, they go way down here when I'm not smiling because of gravity, right? So I don't like to contour too much unless I'm going out for an evening event, and I can do a whole evening makeup if you guys are interested in seeing evening makeup, okay? So there you have it. That's bronzer all over my face, and now I really don't need that much makeup. So I'm gonna go in with my color, which is Candlelit. I love Candlelit in the winter. And look, I just hit pan. I'm so happy. So I take a little bit on the 3D brush. You could use this side too, but I like this side because it doesn't disrupt any retinal skin. And watch this, especially in the winter, I want you to put it on just where you need a little coverage. So see, I'm gonna put it right there, and don't worry, I'm not blending yet. And then I'm gonna do a little bit on the nose. Even though I have bronzer, it's okay. The bronzer still is gonna mix with it and make a beautiful color. Okay, so I have it on the nose and the forehead. I'm not blending it in, I'm just placing it right now. Okay, and then I'm gonna go the temples because I have veins. Probably many of you do too, so I like to kind of cover those a little bit. Okay, so do you see how I've done the upper cheek? Okay, and now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do this temple and this cheek. Okay, do you see that? It's got a beautiful sheen. This is why we love Seint. Okay, and then maybe a tiny bit under the nose, but not too much. So you can already start to see where it is on high def. And then, look at this. I'm gonna do a little bit on my chin, but I've got tons of texture right here in my marionette line, so I'm not going there, but I am gonna go right there, and I am gonna go right there, okay? And I'm gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. Not gonna touch it, just let it sit for a couple minutes. Now, you'll see a lot of the younger artists putting lighter colors here, 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 here. That to me is not pretty on mature skin, because if you go too light, it's gonna show your hair, your pores, your orange peel texture, the puckering. It's not pretty. So I never go lighter than Candlelit on myself, and I use one color all over. I'm still gonna have dimension, okay? I'm still gonna have dimension. You know why? Because my face is falling in. So of course we're gonna have more dimension than the young girls. The young girls like to paint in dimension. That's fine, go for it. Go for it. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the wash brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit and go over that MAC real quick and go into my eyebrows, because I'm about to put a Seint shadow in my eyebrow. I never do that. Look, do you see? This is all warming up on the skin. Now in the winter, summer, you might not have to do this, but in the winter, I like to warm it up. Some women will say, oh, just take a blow dryer and hit it for a few minutes. You could, but I just let it warm up on my skin, and then I'm not using an electrical appliance to do my makeup. Okay, so I am gonna go in with, I think, this color here, which I'm not sure what it is, but we're gonna find out in a minute. Okay, that works. Giving myself a strong brow today. That's okay. I like a strong brow. I'll tell you in a minute what color this is, because dang, it works great. We have such great pigment in our shadows, and yet they're so easy to blend. They're so consumer friendly. So many brands are hard to blend, but these are so consumer friendly. Okay, I'm gonna let you know what color that is. I'm gonna have to pick it out. Bird. This is Bird. I'm gonna leave it out. And then I also like this color. Let me see, what's this? Oh, no, I don't want to stay golden because that's gonna be, it has a tiny shimmer. Let's see. Is this chai? Yeah, I'm gonna do a little chai in my brows. Now, I know that looks light, but one of the best colors we used when I worked for MAC Cosmetics was a color called Omega, and it looked exactly like this. And it was great for blonde brows. So I'm going to do a little Omega. Oh yeah, I love that. This is chai. This is great for blondes. But guess what? We're going to use it in our crease today because you know what? Why not kill two birds with one stone? Oh, I really like this color in my brows. You're seeing it here. I've never done Seint brows, not one time, not in my whole year here. I always use pencils or those micro pins, but I've never used Seint in my brows. Okay, I love it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to now take the other side of my liner brush and I'm going to comb it out, okay? And it leaves a beautiful shadow behind without being too dark. See, do you see how that's softer now than this one? Real important to always comb your brows, comb them out. Love it. Okay, there's my brows, chai and bird, but I probably could have just easily used chai and not bird at all. Okay, now this has been on my face for a hot minute, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, you could take this side of the brush and buff it in, but I like my stands out sponge because it's going to blend it. It's gonna press it and blend it into the skin. Okay, so see, it's all there, but up here I just have the bronzer, but now it's blending the two together. Then I'm gonna go down the sides of my nose, under my nose, my chin. Now I didn't place makeup here, but whatever gets on the sponge, I can kind of move it around so that it's lightly blending in without being heavily placed. I'm not doing my under my eyes because you know that's gonna be Demi. That's definitely gonna be Demi. Okay, and then look, see, I have dimension. I have dimension. I don't have to paint in any more dimension than this because we don't want to add any more angles to our face, ladies, as we age than we need to. Okay? And do you see how beautiful that blended in by just letting it warm up on the face while you do some other, you could do your eyes. You could do your eyes and mascara and then go in and blend all this in. Now, I'm going to take the wash brush, and I like the wash brush for powder because a lot of women will go in with powder and dust their whole face. That's 80s and 90s. We don't do that in mature makeup masterclass. We're gonna take a tinier brush and just where we need powder, just where we have, this is the vanilla dusting powder by Seint. I don't use it a lot on camera, but I use it a lot at home. Sometimes it's just not near me, so I always grab others, but it was designed to go with the makeup. Okay, and I'm just gonna go in the T-zone where I get a sheen, see? And now we have the sheen here, but not here where we have pores and tend to get oily. And then I'm gonna do a little bit over that MAC because now I'm gonna do some eyeshadows, okay? All right, so love it. Now I'm gonna go in and I am going to do, this brush got a little tweak, didn't it? Well, let's try it anyway. I'm gonna take a little bit of the chai, which remember is in my It's in my brows. And I'm gonna go start carving out my crease. If you're hooded, remember, just do it above your crease. But look how natural that looks. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. So pretty. Okay. Our shadows blend so beautifully. One thing I love about Seint is you're never stuck with colors you're not going to wear. You get to handpick the colors that you want to wear. We're cutting down on waste. We're creating more sustainability. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, and then I can always take a little bit. See, we never want to see edges at our age. We always want to blend, 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 okay? And I love that. I'm not going to go any heavier than that in my crease. I might take a little bird in a minute, because remember I used that on my brows first. I might take a little bit of bird and go in and smoke that. I don't know. I might not. Now, here is something I've never used on camera, but I have used it in real life. Let me see. Is this Black Friday? Yep. Black Friday is our eyeliner. So I'm gonna go in with my, where is my liner brush? Here it is. I'm gonna go back in with my liner brush. Now you can clean it off on a little cleaning tile. And I'm gonna go in with black. And I'm just gonna do it's interesting because it's waxy. It's waxy like a Demi. What's nice is when you want to use a little bit of black, you don't want something that's going to fall here and stick, and then now you've got a big black mess under your eye. Oh, makeup is so fun. I'm already feeling better about my week right now. I was just really having a rough time. Okay, do you see how that's really bringing out my lash line? But it doesn't necessarily look like I have, look at from here. Do you see that? But it doesn't look like I have a lot of black eyeliner on. Why do I not use this? What's wrong with me? If any of you are here from Instagram, or if you're on Instagram and don't follow me, you can. I'm Michelle Spieler, MUA, makeup artist on Instagram. But my question is, would you like to see Seint in more reels? So you're seeing Seint, like Seint eye looks or combinations in under a minute on reels? Or do you really prefer long form video? Probably most of you would say both, but I'm just curious because, you know, I'm never doing Seint on Instagram. It's just, you know, I'm so busy on TikTok, but I really want to pay more attention to Instagram. Okay, what's left on the brush? Watch this. I'm going to take just a little bit, look, just the tiniest bit under my lashes. So what inspired me is there were some young women on the party last night that were doing really fun looks. And on my TikTok, I have a company called Half Magic Beauty that sends me a lot of their products. I buy some of them too, but it's created by the show Euphoria's makeup artist, Donnie Davy, and it's just really fun. It's jewels on the face and shimmers and fun colors. And when I use Half Magic Beauty, I feel like a kid again, like it's exciting to do makeup. And then Mob Beauty just came out with some amazing colors. And so I've been using some of the cool colors Mob Beauty just came out with. And it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like a young artist in my 20s again. This is so much fun. And then I thought, why am I not having fun with Seint? Look at all these amazing colors. And there's even more somewhere else. Somewhere else I have even more. Oh, here. I'm like, there's so many combinations. Why am I not playing and having more fun? And the answer is, I don't know, but I need to, because I'm really having fun doing this makeup today. And look, that right there with mascara, that is so pretty. But guess what we're gonna do? I saw this and I had to have it. I had to have it. It's called Dabby D, Dabba D, Dabba D. And I'm like, I need that. I need to have fun again. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this blue. And for some of you, you're like, hell no, I'm not gonna use that. That's okay. You don't have to. I'm not telling you you have to have blue on your eyes, but I want it because I just feel like having fun again. Look at that. Look at that, just right out in the outer corner. And you know what? I get discolored in red under here. So by putting this blue shadow, now I don't have to put Demi there. So again, we're not layering. We want less layering as we get older. Oh my gosh, where has this color been all of my life? This is so fun. It makes me want to do Barbie makeup. Should I do a Seint Barbie makeup? Would that be fun? You know, the big Barbie movie's coming out this year with Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken. Tell me that's not a darling combination. Okay? Like that. Oh my gosh, how fun is that? Where are my 70s and 80s girls at? You guys, I feel glamorous. After picking up vomit for 48 hours, I feel glamorous. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of my sponge, and remember, we don't want to see lines. So see how that's just very diffused? And then I'm gonna go back in with my crease brush. I'm not adding more shadow, but I'm going back in with my crease brush because I want the blue smoked in the outer corners, but I don't want the blue in my crease, okay? Y'all, are you kidding me right now? Okay, and then I think I need a little shimmer on my eyelid, just the tiniest bit. The tiniest bit. Oof. Gosh, it's hard, isn't it? Let me see in here. There's a white. I think white's. Oh, I do have Dabba D. And now I have two of them. Oh my gosh. Maybe I need to send one to one of you. Okay, I think I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take this color here. It's kind of like a white beige champagne. Oh yeah, that's pretty because it's adding the tiniest bit of glimmer shimmer. Look at that, just the tiniest bit. Just kind of completes the eye. You know, if we're gonna wear that beautiful blue, we don't want just like a flat, boring eyelid like with the MAC paint pot. That was too boring. Okay, do you see that? Oh my gosh. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little bit in the inner corners. I love it. I love it, y'all. I love this blue. It's just a wash of blue. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, let me take a little bit more chai. A little bit more. I'm not going to put anything on my brow bone because I powdered up there and I just want that to look like skin. Or you know what, maybe a cream illuminator. Maybe I can do that, a cream illuminator. And then, you know I like black up in my waterline. So I'm going to use this one by Hourglass just because it was sitting right here. It is nice though, but I like that Chanel one because it doesn't transfer. Okay, and then I want to take the tiniest bit more. Let's see. I want to take the tiny bit more of the Dabadi. Just the tiniest bit more. And I'm going right over that Black Friday liner because guess what? It's not going anywhere. It's pigmented and it's, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, we'll do mascara in a minute because that takes too much time. I don't want to do mascara. Let's go with Demi. It's time for Demi. So I don't use 3D makeup under the eye because I find it's too heavy for mature skin. If you love it, great. I'm not telling you not to use it. Or maybe you have a technique you love and you want to tell us about it. But I use Demi, so I'm going to go into this darkest area with 03. Now we sold out of all of our Demi edits last night. We had the most beautiful Demi edits and they sold out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, don't tell me this isn't life-changing stuff here. But we'll come back with it. It won't be at the same birthday price, but it's still a good deal. And you could have a Demi edit, or I can just color match you and tell you what Demi to get. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have 03 or not. We'll find out. Oh my gosh, because I'm loving that blue washed in the corners of the eyes. Do we love that? Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm having so much fun again with makeup. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with a little bit of the green yellow one, just to cut that little bit of red. I have a little bit of red purple on my chin. Just cutting a little bit, okay? And let's try a little, sometimes I like the green yellow one under the eyes because I have yellow skin tone. I'm yellow. I'm light. Look at the old makeup on my arm. See, I'm light yellow. I learned this in the I suspected, but then for years I just went neutral because neutral's easy. Almost everyone can wear neutral. And then I was in the Mob Beauty Lab in Palm Springs in October, and we did 4 swatches. Overwhelmingly, I was yellow undertone, overwhelmingly. And so that green yellow kind of helps with some of that purple red under my eye. And it works with my green or my yellow undertone. Now I can also go in with my beautiful 01, which is this light peach, and we can brighten the under eye and lift. Look at how that lifted. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Sometimes I like the 01 on my nose too. Okay, now I'm going to use a color I never use. I saw Lulu Hale using this on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I never wear nude. I was like brighter colors. Let's try it. So this is nude. I'm going to do it with this brush here. Oh, okay. I was not expecting to like that. Gave me more color than I thought it would. Okay, now watch this. I'm gonna just kind of pat it in, and then what I'm gonna do, stands out. Yep, I love it. Now with older skin, older faces, we can even take that bronzer or the blush up into our temples and kind of lift up the face with it. Has a very lifting effect, especially if you're going somewhere beautiful for nighttime and you just want to look really lifted and pretty. But I'm actually really shocked right now that I like that nude. I thought nude would have no color, and I think that's a very pretty color. Okay, now, you know what we need? We need lips. We need lips. So let's do I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. UPS just showed up and Tate would have gone ballistic. Plus, it allowed me to do my eyelashes real quick. So I love how this is looking. What do you think? Oh my gosh, I feel so cute. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the nude that's on my cheeks. Do it on. How much do we love finger makeup? It makes me feel like a kid again. And then I'm going to take my beautiful Lawless. Lawless Cherry Vanilla has the tiniest bit of like pink, but it's a plumping lip balm. I love the look of a balm as opposed to, I'm not a huge gloss person. I'll use a gloss for special occasions, but where do I go? I don't go anywhere. Okay. And for some of you, like, oh man, that's plenty of glow on the face, but not for me. Not for me. So I'm going to take our Pearl highlighter. I like rose gold in the summer, but you can do a little bit right through there. So wherever you are, you've got this beautiful highlight. You can do a little bit on the nose, tip of the nose. You don't have to, but I like it. You can do a little bit up on the brow bone, and I mean just a little bit, okay? And then I'll take 2 fingers. I hear Tate downstairs. By the way, Tate's doing great, everyone, and I really appreciate the prayers. His stitches fell out on Sunday, but we still have him coned because he still wants to lick the injured leg. And he likes to lick the inside, which there was no external injury, but I feel like maybe he's got some internal injury, so he keeps licking that leg. We're like, what is he licking? And I think it's just, you know, he's still injured. Oh my gosh, look at that glow. Look at that glow. What do we think? Oh my gosh, I wish I had somewhere to go. I even had to cancel, look at my hair. I had to cancel my hair appointment because I thought I was about to get sick and I've been cleaning up vomit for 2 days. I can't do that to my hairdresser. And Charlotte Tilbury, because the Seint setting spray is awesome, but I hate the delivery. In fact, I think I'm just gonna move it to a different bottle and start using it in a different bottle. Okay, so what do we think? Super, super pretty. I'm gonna have to go take a picture of this because I am loving this wash of blue, but then keeping the rest of the face nude. Really, I don't have much eyeshadow on except for that fun blue and then that amazing black liner Black Friday. And then in person, I'm looking in my mirror right here. My lips are like really nude. They're a little brighter on camera, but they're the perfect nude in real life. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, remember, free color match. The link is always on every Seint video. All you have to do is click the title of the video today. A menu drops down and free color match tab is always there. I can help you with Demi or anything in the whole entire system. And even eyeshadows. People ask all the time for eyeshadows, and I usually send some really natural pretty colors I think would look great with your hair and skin and eyes. And I'll always recommend shadows. You don't have to buy them, but I always at least recommend, because what I found is the first like 6 months women would be like, okay, great, now what about shadows? And then it was all this emailing going back and forth. So it's so much easier just to put some really pretty shadows into the color match, and then you can decide if you want them, or you can decide if there's other colors that would work best. But I keep it pretty simple just to start. Now, you know, anyone can wear this fun color. Anyone. I mean, that, or a purple, right? Or a green. You could just smoke it out. So I hope that inspires someone today. I love it. If you look at me real close up, it just looks, I'm looking a little green right here from where the blue, but it doesn't look it in person. It's so gorgeous in person. It just looks like healthy skin. 55, look at that. Just beautiful, healthy skin. Now, if we could just, you know, get rid of this in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm getting real nervous, but I love this high ponytail because it pulls all this up. You know, who needs face bands when you can just pull your hair up in a big high ponytail? Really lifts the whole upper face. Now we just got to do this, and then we're ready. I'm not changing much else. I want to look the same. Thank you for being here. I hope this was a lot of fun. I hope it inspired you. What do you want to see next week? What should we talk about next week for our Seint video? Let me know. And congratulations to the 12 new women who joined my team. Please check your email. I just developed a team page, and it's going to be so fun. And I just want us to be a really close, mature community this year. I'm really excited about that. Bye for now.